Good evening, everybody. It is Friday night, which means it is time for Friday Night Draw. Brought to you, as always, by NSC Live TV. Tonight, we have a special guest in the house, appearing from the lands up north, the Arctic tundra, Canadian born and raised, Andrei Ausch. Andrei, how are we doing tonight?
Pretty good. How are you?
We're doing good.
Not Canadian born and raised.
Oh, okay. Well, let's nix that. Okay, so tell a story.
Oh, I got it. Sorry, I just had a massive echo. There we go. What?
So tell the story. If you weren't born and raised, what are you?
I'm Romanian born and came into Canada in '93. So partially raised here. Right?
Oh, I see.
We went over this, right? No, East Transylvania, born and raised.
You're right. I just forgot.
Scaring the villagers is how I spent most of my days.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have any draconian blood in you?
We all do.
We all do. Sweet.
Yeah. That entire part of the world has some.
It's not like
good old.
It's not like Mongol blood.
Yeah, it's half the world has a little bit of Genghis Khan in them, and then the other half has a little bit of Dracula.
I see.
So it's good.
Well, things could be worse.
Yeah.
Huh.
So what's going on?
Well, I'm just working on my Loki from last week. Started working on it last night after the sketch off, and so I'm gonna work on that. Try to finish up the inks, and go from there.
And is that going to be a colored piece?
Eventually, but after I'm done inking it, I'm going to jump over to a Marvel Avengers Endgame AP and do a Thanos head sketch.
Nice.
And see if maybe we can't get somebody to bite on on it.
People like Thanos.
Yes, Thanos. I've always said Thanos.
And you say Magneto wrong too. Potato.
Yeah. Namor or a Submariner or Submariner.
Right.
Alan's in the house. He says, "Evening, everyone." Shared. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Hello, Alan. Is my focus going? Oh, there we go. No, there we go. So I meant to ask before, what's is it CBL? Comic Book Live, the sponsor?
Oh, NSC Live.
Oh, NSC Live. Wow, I was totally off there.
Producer B, you want to take this one so I don't speak out of turn?
It's a place for artists. It's a landing page where artists and comic book vendors and stores and stuff can go and get a channel. And we just have a channel there. So there's a bunch of podcasts on there. I don't know. I met the guy that runs it, Kevin, online during COVID, was looking to market some stuff. And we just we didn't meet up with him, but we connected with him, and he's the sponsor, and we just have our stuff on there.
Okay, that's cool. I gotta check it out.
Yep, there's all kinds of stuff to check out, so please do.
I usually tune in like 5-10 minutes late, so I missed all the good stuff.
Oh, you missed all the sponsor
Yeah.
Okay, well now you're caught up.
There we go. Okay. All right, let's do some pencils. Where's my pencil?
Where's your pencil?
I found it. Crisis averted. Nobody panic.
Good thing, because I don't know where you put your pencil.
You don't want to know where I put my pencil.
Jeez.
Yeah, never mind. We won't go there.
Give me a minute.
All right.
Can we get a towel in here?
Let's get a pal.
A cold washcloth, please.
Oh boy, that's not a good start.
We better behave ourselves before we get in trouble.
Yeah. No.
So
That's gonna be quiet for a minute.
tell us what you're working on.
So I'm working on Wolverine number 350 variant by David Finch recreation.
Okay.
That's a commission that somebody asked for. It will be painted. I'm just trying to capture that David Finch grittiness in some of the baseline work, which is probably going to end up being a little bit of a waste of time because once I cover this in paint, I'm not sure how much of it will still show through.
Yeah.
But yeah, how else are you going to try to get that look?
Well, it's looking good so far, I must say.
Thank you. I don't usually ink much, right?
Well, you can't tell. That looks amazing.
Thank you. But just like in the sense that because I paint, I don't really need a lot of inks.
Right.
So I'll do some core outlines, maybe just some core blacks.
Yeah.
And then build out the rest of it in paint. But man, this time around.
So let me ask you, are you inking that with microns?
I sure am.
Okay.
Microns? Yeah, picking my microns, yeah.
Just so the rest of the crowd knows, because got some pretty nice lines there.
Yeah, and a lot of it I did with a 003.
Oh my God, why?
To get really, really fine lines.
Jesus.
Like especially on Maverick here, there's a lot of really thin lines, which again, most of them are going to get lost when I cover them in paint. But
yeah.
I also like to make things more complicated sometimes if they need to be. I learned that from the talented Jalen Warner.
Oh yeah, Jay Warner. Yeah, he likes to do things the hard way.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
But we all love our Warner.
Yeah, I was streaming with him a little earlier, just a little Friday cool down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, him and Gordon Wells. You know Gordon, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He said he's going to try to hop in the chat if he has time.
I love Gordon's stuff.
Yeah, his style is something else.
He's the cartoony one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love his stuff.
It's cartoony, but it's not super cartoony. Like
right.
Or I don't know. It's a nice balance between. Like it gets realistic proportions.
Yeah, it's just that perfect mix
to
make me a huge fan of it. Because I love that type of stuff.
I'll see if he makes it in the chat.
Like Michael Golden and Umberto Ramos and Chris Picciolo.
Yeah.
They're all, they're some of my big time favorites. And there was an artist. He was an Argentinian artist. He died probably 10 years ago. His name was Carlos Meglia, and he was very similar to Ramos's style, but a little more stylized.
Okay.
A little more boxy, and actually, the stuff that Ramos is doing now looks a lot like what Meglia was doing back in 9 and 10 and 11, right before he died.
Okay.
But he has really gorgeous art books that I bought off of the Brand Studios.
The name's familiar. I just can't picture the art.
It's I was talking about him. He did the artwork for the Star Wars Underworlds miniseries from Dark Horse, where all the bounty hunters from The Empire Strikes Back. They have a contest, and Jabba's putting on the contest to see who can get this crystal, and whoever gets it wins some kind of prize. So it's a 4-issue miniseries. So it's all the bounty hunters from The Empire Strikes Back trying to get this crystal, and Carlos Meglia does the artwork, and it's just fantastic.
I gotta check that out.
I can't remember who drew it or who wrote it, but the artwork is just absolutely gorgeous.
Is the story any good?
I don't remember. Honestly, I just bought the book, and I probably skimmed through the story, but that's one of the books that I just bought and drooled over the artwork.
Right.
So, yeah. I'm weird that way.
It's okay. I've bought my fair share of books just for the art or just for the cover. There's stuff that I've never really looked inside. Like, I was at an old bookstore at some point before the vid, and they just had like a whole long box of old Conans, like the oversized Conan the Barbarians.
Yeah, the Savage Sword of Conans.
Is it the Savage? Yeah, and I just went through and like Jusko, Boris, Jusko, right? Just picked them all up.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And they're like a quarter each. And there's like a dozen of them, right, that they had. And
oh, yeah.
I've never even, they're all in bags. I've never even opened them.
There's some good artwork in there.
I probably should open it because I don't know who did the insides. It's just based on the cover art.
Well, probably a lot of, at that time, I'm going to say Ernie Chan, and Pablo Marcos. Definitely some John Buscema's in there.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, just.
I'm guessing they're black and white.
Oh yeah, they're black and white.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the artwork in those was always gorgeous.
Yeah, I should open them up because it's like I'm buying them for
right,
for my collection or anything. That was just cool art. So should take a look. Just some of this inking mode now.
Yeah, I was in Chicago. Oh God, it was probably 2005 or 6, and I was walking through Artist Alley, and I just happened to look down and see this Asian man sitting at the table with a brush, and I knew instantly who it was just by looking at his artwork. And I looked and I was like, "Holy shit, you're Ernie Chan!" And he kind of looks up and chuckles. He said, "Yes, I am."
That's my name.
Yeah, and I had one of my sketchbooks with me, so I asked him if he could do me something just really quick, Conan or something. So I hand it to him, and he takes his brush and he dips it into the black ink, and he just kind of does this. Literally took him 10 seconds, and he held it up to his mouth and he blew on it a couple times, and he turned it over and he handed it to me. He goes, "Here you go," and it was Conan. Oh my God! It's just, you're amazing. Thank you so much. So yeah,
I guess it's like one of those, like he must have drawn Conan, like a Conan portrait, like 25,000 times.
Oh yeah.
Right. He could probably just do it with his eyes closed.
Right. Yeah, and it's like asking John Byrne for, and he'll do it if you ask him, but a lot of people don't know it. If you walk up to him and you ask him for a 20-second Batman sketch, he'll sit there and he'll draw you a Batman head sketch in 20 seconds. and
it will be epic, right?
Yeah, I've got 2 of them because I was a huge John Byrne fan. He was like my Neil Adams growing up. I mean, Neil Adams was Neil Adams, but then, he didn't do a lot of mainstream stuff for a long time. So John Byrne was all over the Marvel stuff, which I just ate up. and I had heard about this 20-second Batman thing, and we had already gone over and talked to him, until I remembered later in the day, oh yeah, I can do that. So I went over to him later in the day, and I was like, hey, you still doing those 20-second Batman head sketches? And he kind of chuckled. He goes, oh yeah, those. He says, yeah, sure, give me what you got. And I handed him my sketchbook. And he looks at his watch and he goes, okay. And and he just kicked it out, man. I was just like, wow. I love you, man.
What can you do in 2 hours?
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, it's muscle memory, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, John was there towards the end when he was working on Fantastic Four. He wasn't even penciling. He was just going straight inks.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of the stuff that he did for Dark Horse, like a lot of the Star Trek run that he did, it was just straight ink.
Yeah, I mean, these, let's call them old timers, just because they don't know what else to call them. These guys have been around for ages. They've done so many different things. They just bang it out. Just before I came on, I was trolling Instagram, and Julie Bell posted this like little cat creature sketch that Boris did while he's sitting on the couch watching TV.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. It's simple, it's pencil, it's very loose, just banged it out. And it's like, okay. Well,
sometimes that's the best stuff.
Yeah. I think I've decided that, like, I don't know if I told you before, I don't collect anything anymore because it's a black hole for me.
Right.
But I think I'm going to start getting some, like, artist commissions. Like, not trading cards, not books, nothing like that, just some original art from people.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually already commissioned one. No, I just got to raise some funds to pay for it.
Right.
I think once this one's kind of a higher profile one, but once that's done, I'm going to start, every whatever amount of times getting some.
Who are you looking to go after?
Oh, well, I know I want to get something from Riccardo Federici.
Right.
But that's, like, he does everything 11 by 17, so there's a significant price that comes with that.
Right.
But then, I probably hit up Jusko at one point, see what his schedule's like, if he even does them anymore. But and not like from an investment point of view, just because it's some of the artists that have been such a big influence on me, and just totally love their stuff.
Yeah, I've got quite a few original pieces from back in the day when I was big and famous.
Yeah, but this one that I'm gonna get at some point soon, I'm like super excited for. Just not gonna say what it is and who it's from until I have it in hand, so I can drool over it.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Did the package arrive today?
Did your package arrive today?
Yes. I had notifications turned on the delivery, and he said that it's being delivered today. I haven't been home yet.
Oh, okay.
But I did get another package from Sean that came in last week.
Yeah.
So I was asking if he's going to be on, but I guess I can show it. And then if he comes on, I'll show it later. So it's this little guy. I don't know if you can see.
Nice.
All right. It was my birthday a couple weeks ago, and it was like totally out of the blue, which is that's a cute little squirrel thing. And then
Wow, that's kind of scary.
It is.
I'd be concerned. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so Sean's watching with us. Just gonna leave this sucker. But yeah, if he ever pops in the chat, I'll bring him back out.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, when I get home, hopefully the package is there.
Yeah, you might want to go live maybe tomorrow and do an unboxing.
It won't be tomorrow, but yeah, I will unbox it live whenever I can.
Sweet.
Probably Monday or Tuesday. That's unless Pam opens it, because she has a tendency of opening all the packages.
Okay.
We'll have you on Thursday Night Draw next week to show it off.
Yeah, we'll have you on Thursday Night Draw next week so you can show it off.
Oh, okay. Could do then. Hop on for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get a weird text from Pam saying, "What the hell?" So I guess she didn't open it. But because I ordered some, those posable mannequins.
Yeah.
It was China or whatever. So I ordered a pair of them, and they're garbage. They're actually a knockoff of a knockoff brand.
Okay.
But she opened the package, and I get a text like, "Why are you buying dolls?
That's what?
Why are you buying dolls? These creepy dolls." Like, they're not dolls. They're
these guys?
Yes. So in the picture, it looked like that. What I got had a teeny tiny peanut head. That chest piece it looked like armor.
Okay.
And as soon as I moved his left arm, it fell off.
Oh, geez.
So I sent those back.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was very surprised to see them for $34.99 for a pair. And then I got them and understood why they were $34.99.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember what we paid for them, but they definitely help.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen, based on the pictures I've seen of them, so that could be really useful. But yeah, not if they fall apart, because that's just pointless.
No, these are if you get the real ones. I mean, I've put these two people through hell.
What's the brand on them? Do you remember?
Hang on a second. I've still got the boxes. Hang on. Let's see.
Like Kumon or something like that?
There we go.
Right, but okay, so my box was actually a photocopy of that.
Oh wow. Okay, so you definitely got serious.
100%. It's black and white photocopy of that.
Huh.
And it says made in Japan. I was like, no, there's no way this is made in Japan because it came from China. So yeah, it was 100% a knockoff, and it was off Amazon, so it was like easy to return, but definitely not what you think it is.
Do you have Facebook open in another web browser? Can you shut that?
There we go.
Thank you.
Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. That was me that was dinging.
Are you breaking things?
Most probably.
So we're not allowed to talk about Loki, right?
We can. We just can't do spoilers.
It's good. That's all I'm gonna say. It was actually really good.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Very curious to see where this story goes. Is it Owen Wilson or Luke Wilson? Owen Wilson. Yeah, he's great. It's kind of weird with his mustache.
You know what? We can talk about it. We talked about it last night. So yeah, we're good.
That's pretty much all I had to say.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like I don't know where the show's going, like really, without getting into spoilers. I mean, a lot of the stuff that goes on in episode 1, they kind of showed in the teaser,
right.
except the big reveal at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what to expect. The dialogue's great.
Yeah, I really love the dialogue.
So, this is supposed to be 6 episodes or 10? Do we know?
You know what? I wanna think I remember Sean saying it's only 6 episodes. Hang on, I think producer B might be efforting. Are you efforting that? Yeah.
Efforting that? What does that mean?
That's it's a term that they use on the Dan Patrick show, the sports talk show. Whenever one of his producers they're looking for something.
Oh, okay. Fact checking.
Are you efforting, or are you just sitting there looking pretty?
Oh.
We're efforting. So she said, yes, it is 6 episodes.
Yeah, but it definitely feels like it's going to tie into Doctor Strange.
At the very least, yeah. Because
just based on the title of the second movie and some of the things that they say.
If you noticed, I don't know if you heard Sean and I talking about it last night, but the lady that is the judge,
yeah,
she's actually Kang's girlfriend. Yeah. And Kang is supposed to be appearing in Ant-Man and the Wasp 3.
Okay.
So there's that.
But Kang he's a Fantastic Four character, isn't he?
Well, he is, but now he's theirs again.
Well, there's a lot of speculation that Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to be kind of the gateway into the Fantastic Four.
Right, yeah.
Right? So it kind of makes sense.
Well, yeah, because Reed and them were always going into different dimensions and stuff, and that's exactly what the multiverse is. I mean, that's what what's it called? The time variance police or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Their job is to guard the timelines.
But was it on what show was it on where they made the reference to 4 astronauts that got lost somewhere in space? It might have been on WandaVision.
You know what? I think you're right. Because that's the Fantastic Four.
Sounds like it. So I think their appearance is imminent.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Russell is in the house.
What's up, Scooby Snacks and Dre? We are spitting the lyrics. How are you this fine Friday evening? Is it raining in St. Louis too? Don't think we're ever going to escape the rain.
Are you hopping on Russell's stream on Sunday? Did I hear that right?
Night, yes, I will be on Sunday night.
Nice. What's the occasion?
I think we're probably going to talk about the upcoming Kickstarter for issue 2 of Pitter Patter and just all around zaniness.
All right.
Get into some trouble with the love muscle.
That's just a recipe for disaster.
Exactly. Sunday night. It's going to be a good time.
Everybody's trying to get ready for the week.
Shock and all, baby. Shock and all.
That's right. What I said, I'm spending too much time doing inks on this thing that are all going to get lost.
Are you doing it all with the double out and 3?
No, this is what is this? This is a 5.
Okay, I was going to have to reach through the screen and smack you.
Yeah, no, this one. And I'm using a pilot, something in Japanese, fat ant to fill in the big blacks.
Oh, okay. I've got one of those.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Yeah. I was using the Pentel pocket brush,
Oh, yeah.
but I have a hard time controlling that to
Yeah.
get fine edges.
Well, because the tip on that is usually got an extra hair that's out of whack or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've actually tried to go in with scissors and trim that, and that was a disaster.
Trying to manicure your pocket brush.
Yeah. Didn't work.
Like it, I really like using it when you're doing something big or really organic, but I can't build detail with it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Though you see some guys, and maybe it's kind of the luck of the draw with the brush. When you get a brush that's not so nerfed and does have that perfect tip.
Yeah.
You can get that super fine edge, but no such luck here.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Hang on a second. It's not raining here. Worked 13 hours and got home and mowed the grass with it 94 degrees and 95% humidity. Now I'm sprawled on the couch with a blown disc from slipping. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good.
That's not good at all.
Been there. Don't want to go back.
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
I didn't even get a t-shirt.
You didn't get a t-shirt?
No, I got a pink slip.
No.
What do you mean you can't stand for 10 hours on concrete anymore?
Bye.
Pretty much.
Jeez.
I could tell you more, but then I'd just be squirreled.
Speaking of squirrels, squirrel.
Squirrel. Ah! A Forney squirrel.
Ah!
Yeah, you need to show that. Let Russell see that.
Russell, you paying attention?
Look, Andrei's playing with his little Forney squirrel.
No, Andy's here. What's going on, buddy?
What's happening, Andy? I'm going to be tabling with Andy next weekend, the 19th, at is it Anime Con here in Cincinnati?
Oh, right. You did the con last week.
Yes.
And how was it? I'm sure you've talked about it before.
It was a good time. Yeah, it was nice because we actually got to go into downtown Huntington, which we had never had time to do before because it was always in and out. And we went and found a really nice Chinese restaurant and sat and had a really good meal. And then instead of going down the main drag and seeing everything, we went one block up. The architecture down there is beautiful. You could shoot a movie set in the 50s down there, no problem. And there were a bunch of theaters with the big, huge, beautiful marquees. There were like 4 of them in a 2-block radius. So we went and checked those out, and there was a Guido type restaurant where they were sitting out on a patio, and it was nice. It was a good time. And then we walked down to a place. It's like a open air market, and we got some ice cream. And we went out, and there was a live band playing music out in the alley in between the 2 buildings with a stage and chairs and stuff. So we went there and sat down, listened to them for about an hour and a half, and walked back to the hotel.
Nice. And how was the concert? What was the vibe?
It was good. It was what's up, buddy? How we doing? It was a good vibe. It was busy. It kind of seemed to me like it was busier on Sunday than it was on Saturday.
That's weird.
But yeah, it was a good time. Let's see what else. I mean, it was what it was. There's the mask mandate and all that, so everybody was wearing a mask, so that wasn't an issue. And it just felt like regular con, but everybody was wearing their masks. So we, took our stuff, had a bunch of new stuff, and seemed like a book crowd. There were a lot of people looking for indie books, which was good for us because we had, indie books.
Yep.
So yeah, it was a good time. We enjoyed it. Yeah, we didn't make enough money to retire, but we had made enough to enjoy the weekend.
Made enough for some ice cream.
Yeah, we made enough for some ice cream and some Chinese food. We asked for a couple of extra shrimp on the Barbie.
All right, let's see the comments we got. Matt Combs is in the house.
Matt Combs is in. What's going on, Matt? Russell's there, and then producer B is sharing all of the Forney links. Let's see. So there's this show on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's called Ragnarok.
It's Norwegian, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not in English?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
We've seen the first 4 episodes, and it's good. We're gonna go back and watch the rest. Watch it all. We're enjoying it.
It's season 2 just came out, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because that's like Ragnarok, Thor, Loki, all that, but the Norse mythology version of it, not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is really messed up.
Well, it's high school kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
No, I mean the Norse mythology, like it's dark.
Oh, that's very dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, basically Ragnarok was the basically the Norse book of Revelations, more or less.
Yeah, sounds about right. There's who has it? There's a comic book, Ragnarok. Is it Ragnarok?
Yeah. So actually, Walt Simonson did it.
Yes. Which looks really cool. I don't know the story, but I've seen some of the art on it. It's kind of like a skull Thor.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to hunt that down and own that.
I think the first time I saw it was I was watching like YouTube videos. There used to be a channel called VZA or VZA. And all they did is videos of artists doing sketches at cons. And they had someone doing the Ragnarok sketch, right? Like the Thor Ragnarok. I'm like, that is a weird looking Thor, right? And I Googled it. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand now. I'm like, I'm not a comics for a long time because he does not look like he used to when I grew up.
Yeah, the Marvel Thor doesn't look like the Norse Thor.
No, not at all. And there's There's a German superhero show on as well that I watched a couple episodes of. It's all these people kind of discovering that they have powers.
Right.
I think it's dubbed on Netflix, but really good production value.
Okay.
I just can't remember what it's called now. So.
Oh. I have to check it out. Definitely check it out.
Like this depressed waitress who ends up she's got like Superman powers, runs to a homeless guy who can like read people's minds, and yeah, it's interesting.
Craziness ensues.
Yeah, well, I only watched maybe two episodes where they're just kind of trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
But it's good.
Good. Give us something else to watch. Matt says, yes, I loved it so far. Definitely gonna be a fun one.
Is that you talking about Loki or Ragnarok?
I think he was probably talking about Ragnarok. Is that correct, Matt? Correct us if we're wrong.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, where's my French curves? Where is it? There it is. There she is.
Russell, yes, we have watched it. He was asking us if we watched Thor or Loki, and what our thoughts were. Yes, we've watched it. Ooh, let me see your French curves.
It's the little one.
You've got the good ones.
The Rotring set. I have a set of the Michaels ones too.
Yeah.
It's so flimsy though. I mean, the artist lock it's this plastic, and it's just.
See, I've got the. It's the same thing. No. It's close.
No.
Yeah, see this French curve. I bought these French curves in the 80s.
This one I think is actually my dad's from when he was in university.
Okay.
So this got to be 70s.
That looks really old. Yeah.
Yeah. I have his Rotring set, like the fine liner set.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I got to figure out how to get those cleaned because they haven't been used in.
You know what? I'll tell you what you use to clean them. Hang on a second. Let me see. Hang on. Where's it at? I thought it was over here on my one desk, but it's not. The rapidograph cleaner, that little bottle. Maybe it's over here. Here it is. I got it. Okay. It is the Kohinoor Rapido Ease pen cleaner.
Ah, okay.
Okay, and this will clean dead off of a corpse. So you just get your
Don't drink it.
Do what?
Don't drink it.
Don't drink it. Yeah. I would take a shot glass and I would put about 3/4 full of the shot glass, and I would just drop the whole nib in there and let it soak for about an hour, and then just kind of swirl it around and let it break it up and let it sit some more, and then take it out and put it in hot soapy water. Be easy. Make sure you don't bend the needles.
Yeah.
And take a Q-tip and stick it in in the end there where the needle goes, and get the Q-tip really scalding hot water and soap and kind of go, swoosh it in and out like a piston, and clean that little chamber out, and drop that pin in there, and you should be good to go.
Cool. I'll look that up. See where I can get that on the Amazon.
All right.
I wish is it Dick Blick or
Yeah.
Jetpens would deliver to Canada at a reasonable rate.
Do you have anywhere in Canada that you can order the stuff from?
Yeah, probably like a specialty art supply store or something.
Right.
I just prefer to order it at Amazon, but I'm sure I could find it somewhere.
Tina said that you can get that on Amazon.
Amazon Canada and Amazon America are not the same, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Canadian Amazon.
Yeah.
Two different things.
You can just place an order through us and we'll ship it to you.
Yeah, just place an order through us and we'll ship it to you.
But if it's chemicals, you can't ship that.
Oh, well.
I'll find it.
We give you solutions, you give us problems. Come on.
Well, this is why I didn't. This is why I didn't ship you chips. Because you're not allowed. Yeah, I'm seeing people going like, "Oh, my aunt from Canada sent me these white cheddar Lays." It's like, what?
Rules. Who needs rules? Okay, fine.
Dick Blick is amazing, according to Russell. Did I just like totally mess up a name, or is it actually called Dick Blick?
No, it's Dick Blick.
Okay.
But I've never seen on the stores. It's always just Blick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so what do you got there?
This is an AP, Avengers Endgame AP, and I'm gonna do a little Thor action here. Or Thor. Why do I keep saying Thor? Everything's
Ragnarok.
Thor.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do a Thanos.
Holding Thor's hammer.
Sure. You should have aimed for the head. Should have went for the head.
No, and don't forget to sweep the leg.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Can I let this dry?
Let it dry. Let it dry.
Yeah, I have to. Should probably let the ink fully dry before I start smudging the eraser all over it, right?
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Fike, be patient.
Yeah, impatience is
not a virtue.
Yeah. I did not mess up, but I've caused a lot of grief to myself by rushing and not letting stuff dry properly.
Oh, I know. I'm not.
You know.
Right there with you. You invent new things to call yourself when that happens.
Yeah. Never mind. I wish they brought Ren and Stimpy back.
I loved Ren and Stimpy when it was John Kay.
Yeah, the original stuff. Happy, joy, all of that.
Yeah.
I was too young to fully appreciate it at that time.
Oh, yeah. I love me some Ren and Stimpy. Look, I picked it myself.
It's weird because when it came out, you were either a Ren and Stimpy guy or you were a Beavis and Butthead guy. And you couldn't like both.
I was definitely a Ren and Stimpy guy.
Yeah, I lean more towards the Beavis and Butthead because I need some TP for my buckhole.
I liked Beavis and Butthead, but they kind of got on my nerves because it got old real quick,
Oh, yeah.
and it was just repeating the same old shtick over and over and over and over and over.
There's not a lot of intelligence behind it, which
Yeah.
is funny because when you look at King of the Hill, right, which is Mike Judge as well.
Yeah.
Is Mike Judge? That's his name?
Yep.
That was really well written.
Oh yeah. He was on Joe Rogan with somebody else. Interesting dude. Lives in Austin, Texas. So Joe recently moved to Austin, Texas. So he had him on with somebody else that was there. I still can't remember who the somebody else was. Oh Jesus, the powdered toast man. Yeah, Josh knows it.
Yeah, powdered toast. Log.
Log, log, log. It's a belt.
Something, something, run over your neighbor's dog.
Call the police.
Okay.
I've got the 2-season DVD set.
Of Ren? Ren Sippy?
Yeah. It is glorious.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Josh.
What's up, Josh? What's going on with you? Spike and Mike's Animation Festival. Then MTV took all those shorts and did liquid television with them. So it's kind of like The Simpsons getting their start on the Tracy Ullman show. Who remembers that?
Not me.
That might have been a little before your time.
I did see some of the original skits, because they weren't really skits at that time, because they were only like shorts. They weren't very good.
For the Tracy Ullman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simpsons bits on Tracy Ullman.
Yeah. And Tracy Ullman stuff was a lot of British humor, which a lot of the British stuff I just don't get, or I don't know what my issue is with it.
It's not your cup of tea.
It's not exactly. It's not my cup of tea. It's just not spot on.
Like Benny Hill, right?
Yeah.
Kind of funny, but what?
Well, yeah. It's
half the time we're like, what the hell's going on?
Over and over and over again. He's chasing all these women with corsets on and the push-up bras before there were push-up bras.
What's happening here?
I mean, for a kid in junior high on a Friday night at midnight, yeah, it's great.
But yeah, boss stops. The lion sleeps tonight. But then you look at stuff like Monty Python, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is a whole different world of humor.
Yeah.
It's like anything else. It's different cultural things. Like, did you ever watch Black Adder?
Black what?
Black Adder or Adler. It's Rowan Atkinson and what's his name? House.
I don't think I have. No.
So that is pure genius. It's about a legacy, the Black Adder, over, and every season, I think there's 4 seasons maybe, takes place in a different century.
Okay.
Starts off in 15, then 16, 17, 18, ends in World War I.
All right.
And it's the same bloodline, if you will, of the rich aristocrat and his butler.
Huh.
It's I don't even know how to describe it. It's so incredibly well written, and it's multiple layers of humor. I don't know if anyone's got it on streaming, but you can find it. It's definitely worth watching. And there was another one, like Twin Towers or something like that, with John Cleese.
Okay.
Is it Twin Towers? Let's see, John Cleese Towers. Alfie Towers, sorry. If you've ever watched that, that's really good. That one's a little bit more slapsticky.
Okay.
But the dialogue is great.
Definitely have to check those out.
Okay. I think I'm done with the inks. Let's see. Arms done. Arms done. Foreground's done. Make some of these lines a little bit more defined. So I'm going to let this dry and move on to painting something. So how come you picked Thanos or Thanos?
Because producer B told me to.
Oh, okay. So you just doing as you're told.
I like drawing Thanos.
He does a good job on things.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a cow in this instance?
There will be no cow.
There's no cow? Okay.
The cow has retired.
That's a shame.
He has been led to pasture. He has been processed and drank and processed again.
All right, we won't bring up the cow incident again.
No, we shan't.
Oh, Warner. Forney says hi.
Hey, Forney. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, okay, you did see it.
Who else can say that Sean sent him a little head in the mail?
Oh my God. Squirrel. So it's funny. He shipped this like 3 weeks ago, right? And I got it like a week later. And then the thing he shipped April 24th. And it's all USPS though, huh?
Yeah.
Because I'm checking the tracking, and it finally hit Canada Tuesday, and then it ended up in Montreal for some reason. So they messed up there, but then it was back in the Toronto area the next day.
So how far is Montreal from Toronto?
About a 7-hour drive.
Oh, okay.
It's easier to get from New York to Montreal than it is from Toronto to Montreal.
Okay. So I'm sure you've been to Montreal?
Yep.
What's it like?
Have you ever been to France?
I have not.
Okay. Similar, like it's got that European vibe.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know.
Is it metropolitan like Toronto?
No, because it's got more culture
Okay.
as overall as a city.
Right.
I mean, there's some very cultural areas within Toronto, but overall, Toronto is very similar to New York.
Okay.
Montreal is more like Boston.
Okay.
But yeah, like they're okay there with English-speaking people, but to go to Quebec City and you just don't speak French, it's hard to get service.
I see.
They're very pro-Quebecois.
Gotcha.
For the longest time, they wanted to separate and become a separate country.
Montreal?
Quebec, the province.
Quebec. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Montreal is more touristy, and they're kind of more accepting of non-French people.
Okay.
But yeah, like the hardcore Quebec people want to separate, and it's like if you want to separate, separate. You just can't pass the vote.
So it's kind of like our Texas.
Does Texas want to separate?
They're always wanting to break off, break away from the union and form their own, do their own thing.
But it's weird. It's like most of Canada is the same, right? Accents change, and some areas are more metropolitan than others. But then you go into Quebec, and it's like a different country.
Huh.
And they're like even down to their like rating system for movies and games and stuff like that. Like in the States, you have the MPAA, which does the whole country.
Right.
In Canada, it's province to province.
Really?
But well, that's slowly changing. But and it's more or less the same. So if something's rated R in one province, maybe it's 14A in another, because somebody might be a little bit more like certain provinces are a little bit more liberal than others.
Right.
But then you go to Quebec, and unless there's like full frontal nudity and decapitations, it's like G. Right, like Saw, all of Canada, 14 AOR, Quebec, PG.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, no, there's no.
It's just a decapitation. They'll live.
Yeah, it's like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, we got to be 13 years to watch it in Quebec. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry.
Okay.
I'm done with this guy for tonight, and I'm gonna bust out the paint. What time is it? No, it's only 9. Let this dry, then I'll erase the lines. And let's see, what shall we work on? Let's work on this.
Ooh,
these guys
pretty
away.
colors.
Sorry?
I said, ooh, pretty colors.
Colors. So Andy's asking if Canadian hours different than American hours, just like Canadian money, miles, temperature, etc., all their American counterparts. No, a minute's a minute. An hour's an hour. I think that's the only thing that's constant. But can't only switch to the metric system in like 75.
Yeah, they tried to teach us the metric system in 75.
Yeah, I guess that didn't work out too well.
No, I remember, I think I was in the second grade when they started teaching us the metric system. And I think like every year we did it for 2 or 3 weeks when I lived in Indiana. And then when we moved to Ohio, we never heard of it again.
Oh. It's weird because most things are metric. but then you get a pound of tomatoes. Right? It's so strange.
Yeah.
It's like they're picking whichever figure is lower. Right? So you buy gas by the liter. Right? But then you buy produce by the pound.
That's crazy. Yeah. And isn't a liter like a third of a gallon?
It's 2.2 or something like that. Liter in gallons. 1 liter is 0.26 liquid gallons, so just over a quarter.
Yeah. That was close.
I don't know, what's a gallon? I don't know. It's a thing.
My second grade memory does retain a couple things here and there.
Yeah, I never learned pounds and gallons and yards.
Well, 16 ounces is a pound. I don't remember how many feet a mile is. I think like 2,539 feet or something like that.
But see, that just seems like an arbitrary number.
Yeah, where does that come from?
Yeah. Why can't it be 1,000 feet?
I'll tell you why. Aliens.
Aliens?
Aliens.
Okay, there's got to be more to this.
Ancient astronaut theorists suggest that it was all aliens.
Really?
You watch Ancient Aliens on Fridays on the History Channel?
I do not.
You should get into it.
Okay.
It's a thing.
It's going to blow my mind.
It's going to blow your mind.
We got to learn about reality.
We got to learn about the pyramids in Antarctica today.
What pyramids in Antarctica?
Pyramids.
Sorry, what pyramids in Antarctica? Is there pyramids in Antarctica?
All of them. There are pyramids everywhere, all over the planet. There's a pyramid in Antarctica that is 3 times the size of the pyramid in Egypt. And it's covered in snow. There's a pyramid in Alaska that we can't talk about because it's in the forbidden zone. There are pyramids everywhere. Then
I can't tell if this is real or is it.
No, I'm serious. They go into the healing factors of the pyramid, and how if you make a pyramid out of some type of material, and you cut off the top of it, like the top of the pyramid in Giza, it had some type of crystal pyramid on the very top of it, which is like the cap on the top of a battery. If you cut that cap off of the pyramid and you take the pyramid and you set it on, say like your knee is messed up, so you make a pyramid and you cut off the top of it and you set this conical thing on your knee, like for a few hours, it'll start healing your knee. All this kind of crazy stuff about the healing power of the shape of pyramids. It's supposed to open up some kind of a portal or vortex or something, and it's crazy. I'm telling you, you need to check out Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, that sounds really out there.
It'll blow your mind.
Start building pyramids in the backyard.
It's great. It's like chumming the waters for writing comic books.
Well, because the pyramid in Antarctica, isn't that Alien versus Predator?
Probably. It's been so long since I've seen that, but yes, you're probably right.
Or AVP. Those are good franchise.
They were. They were.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time.
Well, you didn't like the new Predator movie?
The latest one?
Yeah.
It was okay with the autistic kid.
Yeah, and all the no, autistic kid. No, with all the military crazy guys.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoyed that.
Thomas Jane and
Yeah,
Hmm.
the other half of Kid and Peele.
yeah. Yeah, I liked it till except the very last scene where the guy puts on that thing and without spoilers for anyone, and he gives him the thing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the hell is the point of that? Why would you do that?
Well, I mean, it's not spoilers. The movie's 2 years old, so
Mhm.
our obligation not to spoil it is
No,
expired.
that's true. Yeah, so when he puts on the Predator gauntlet and all of a sudden it builds an armor around him and he becomes like a human mech predator.
Right.
Seriously? Can't you just get to the chopper? Gotta be a robot too?
I ain't got time to bleed.
It makes you bleed my own blood.
What's he say? I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex. What does he say? What's his trans? I can't remember how he says that. Tyrannosaurus Rex Dynamo. You remember what I'm talking about?
No, sorry.
It's funny. His character is worth the price of admission.
That's Tropic Thunder, right?
No, that's
No.
that's Predator.
Oh, see, I can't
Sexual
remember that.
Tyrannosaurus. That's it, Jay Warner. Yeah. Oh, a sexual Tyrannosaurus. He's great in that movie. I wish he didn't. He wasn't killed off so quickly.
Is that Creed?
No,
I can't remember that scene.
Jesse Ventura.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I would love to see like a flashback movie of those guys on some of their earlier missions. I think that would be pretty boss. The stories of their workout sessions on set were pretty legendary.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of testosterone.
Yeah, because you had what's Carl Weathers, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jesse the Body Ventura, all on the same set, and they were all trying to outdo each other.
Yeah. Apparently, you had Jean-Claude Van Damme on there for a little bit too.
Really?
He was supposed to be in the suit for the original Predator, the one that looked like a lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Van Damme.
I did not know that. Actually, Carl Weathers did not like to work out with the other guys. So he would wait till everybody else was done lifting. And then he would go into the gym and lift by himself.
I gotta say, like working out with Arnold's gotta be intimidating.
More intimidating, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think that Jesse's mindset is Jesse's just a beautiful individual. He does not lack in self-confidence.
Yeah.
So I would have paid money to just sit there and watch those, just be in the same room with those two.
Yeah, I just would be like, Arnold, you're doing it wrong. If you really want to get a pump, this is how you do a bench press.
Exactly. This is how we do it. This is how we do it in America.
Yeah.
Well, this is how we do it in Austria. You're doing it totally wrong.
You have to shock the muscle.
Look at them gaily muscles. It's not a muscle, it's a tumor.
Have you watched any of the not Incredibles, Expendables?
Expendables.
Stallone's thing where
Yeah,
I think there's 3 of them.
I think there's 4 of them.
Is there 4?
I saw the first 2.
The first one was with Eric Roberts as a bad guy.
Yeah.
I think the second one was with Bethel Van Damme as a bad guy. And the third one was Mel Gibson.
Okay, so I saw the third one and not the second one. I don't know. That's one of those kind of movies that it's on and you don't really pay attention to it because it's just on to keep you company.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't really recall much of it.
Oh, it's just one liner after the next.
Right.
The plot is written on a napkin.
Right. And
But
it's just one explosion after another.
yeah, like there's a whole thing with Mickey Rourke in the first one, which is great, but then he's not in the movie ever again.
Yeah, and I was enjoying that, and then they just got rid of it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now let's move on to the next part, and here's Dolph Lundgren fighting Jet Li, and he calls him Happy Feet.
Well, because Mickey Rourke can actually act, so we had to get him out of there.
Yeah. But you know what? Like Stallone gets a bad rap, but
I was getting ready to say him and Stallone are the only 2 in here that can act.
Yeah. And Eric Roberts can act.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Eric Roberts.
I got an Eric Roberts story for you.
Go for it.
So my mom just has always loved Eric Roberts. So one year we're up in Detroit, Motor City Con, and he's sitting there. Doesn't really have a big line. There's maybe 2 or 3 people in the line. And I'm like, oh my God, there's Eric Roberts. My mom loves Eric Roberts. So I go up to him. I'm talking to him. And nice guy and this and that and the other. And I didn't think about it when I was talking to him. And then when I walked away from him, I was like, oh, you know what? Let me call Mom on the cell phone and have him talk to her. So I went circle right back around. I said, hey, Eric, can you do me a favor? He's like, what do you need, guy? Just super nice guy. I says, my mom is like, you're like one of her guys on the top 5 list. She just absolutely thinks you're the bee's knees. I said, if I call her, will you get on my phone and say hi to her? He's like, absolutely, pal, absolutely. So I call her, and I'm like, hey, Mom, how we doing? Hey, what's going on? I say, here, I got somebody who wants to talk to you. She's like, what? Huh? I said, I got somebody here that wants to say hi to you. So I hand her the phone, and he's like, I said, her name's Cynthia. He goes, Cynthia, my darling, or something like that. It's just like talking just buttery sauce to her. And the whole time she's like, what? Huh? She has no idea who she's talking to. And by this time, his handler was starting to have a conniption fit because it's Eric Roberts. He can't be doing this. And Eric was like shushing her away. He's like, I got this. And he was like, he walked away and was talking to her, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is going to go great. So he hangs the phone up and, gives it back to me. And I was like, all right, Mom, I'll call you later. And I don't remember what he said, but I thanked him for it. And he just couldn't have been a nicer guy. So we get away from him, and I call her back, and she's like, what the hell? Who the hell was that? Oh my God. You tell me you knew who that was. She's like, what the hell's going on? What's going, who is? I was like, Jesus Christ, Mother. No more.
So did she believe you at the end? Did she figure it out?
Yeah, she believed me, yeah.
No, okay.
I mean, she's so used to me going to shows and meeting famous people. It was, but she had no idea who that was.
Yeah, it's different nowadays because just FaceTime, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this was 10 years ago. But I just always think it's funny. It's my good Eric Roberts story. I wanted him to say, it broke my thumbs, Charlie. I can't feel my bleeping thumbs. Charlie. They broke my thumbs, Charlie. You remember that movie?
I remember the quote. I can't remember the movie.
The Pope of Greenwich Village.
No.
Yeah. It was a good movie. If you've never seen that movie, that's what really catapulted Mickey Rourke into stardom.
I still need to watch The Wrestler, which I've heard really good things about.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
But I don't know. It just seems really depressing.
It is. It's a very slow movie, so don't expect to be it is very depressing and it's very slow. And just know when you watch it that you're watching it to watch him give probably one of the best performances of his career.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just it is what it is. But it's
you mean it's better than his performance in Double Impact?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's big old hecky, yeah.
Because I mean, even like in Iron Man 2, he was great.
Oh yeah. Which is a role that he got because of The Wrestler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was on a press junket for The Wrestler, and I believe Robert Downey was on a press junket for Sherlock Holmes, and they kind of ran into each other in the green rooms somewhere and talked, and they became friends over boxing or something like that. Robert Downey started doing Taekwondo about 20 years ago, and he got friendly with Mickey down in Florida because Mickey was, he's really into boxing and stuff like that.
Well, he was semi-pro, wasn't he, or some Golden Glove or something?
Well, he was Golden Gloves when he was a kid in the Queens or Brooklyn, wherever he grew up. And then his family life got too screwed up, and then he got into acting, and so he kind of got out of it, and then got back into it, and got his face messed up, and went and got some really bad plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Sherlock Holmes, we're doing a junket for Sherlock Holmes, and we had Robert and Jude Law on it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of doing the questions and whatever. They had such great chemistry. I don't know what the question was, and it really doesn't matter because it's just kind of one of those like generic junket questions.
Yeah.
And Robert starts calling Jude's Law Judesy. Right? And it's like, and then Judesy here, and he just kept on going with it. So then, we post the interview on YouTube and goes on MSN and whatever, all kinds of different places, and it just blows up, and nobody's really watching the interview. They're just loving this bromance between the two of them. Like, oh my God, they're calling him a Judesy.
It's special. Look how sweet they are.
Yeah, they're so great together. It's like, this is really getting the wrong kind of attention. Whatever, a view's a view.
That's right.
Yeah.
Huh. You ever seen the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
That's Robert Downey and Val Kilmer. Yeah, that was good.
Bridget Moynihan. Who else is in that? It's a good movie. He's really good in it. What about True Romance? Tell me you've seen True Romance.
Yeah, I've seen that a while ago.
Okay, that's a great movie. I love that movie.
You know what's totally underrated movie, if you've seen it, is Running Scared with Paul Walker.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic film. because it's Alice in Wonderland.
Really?
Yeah. Is Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, it's pretty much Alice in Wonderland. And it's just so good. If anyone hasn't seen Running Scared with Paul Walker, go watch it.
Well, you kind of threw me for a minute because there was a movie called Running Scared in the 80s with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines.
Not the same one.
Okay, yeah, they were detectives.
Yeah, no, this is about a guy who's ends up with a gun that was used in a crime. It's not a kid-friendly film
Okay.
by any means. It's very violent, and it's got some beautiful cinematography, some great work with colors.
Yeah.
You need to watch it.
I will have to do that.
It's funny because I watched that. I remember I rented Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Running Scared the same day from Blockbuster. And that might have been one of the last things I rented from Blockbuster.
I'm writing it down now. All right.
Oh no, the other one was it was 3 movies, and they're all great. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Running Scared, and Equilibrium. With Christian Bale and Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. Okay.
Came out around the same time as The Matrix. Had a very similar visual style, like the Mandarin color suits with the sunglasses and so on, with some really weird kung fu stuff.
Right.
Premise is it's some post-apocalyptic future where there's no emotion. And there's this whole law enforcement division of these highly trained, like emotion cops, which they are, and they developed this martial art, which is a combination of kung fu and gunplay.
Right.
So imagine like kung fu with pistols.
Ooh.
It's really some really cool fight choreography. And yeah, so there are these cops that are enforcing this no emotion stuff and no color, no art, nothing. It's just kind of a strange movie, but it's really good.
So it's Sean Bean and who else did you say?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. That's right.
Yeah. And somebody else, but I can't remember his name right now. And it's a typical Sean Bean role.
He dies?
Yeah. I don't think there's anything that he doesn't die in, but kind of a signature.
He's Ned Stark.
There you go, Gun Kata. That's what it was called. Watch that again. See the comments.
The boys are over there misbehaving.
Yeah, what else is new? Danny's here, so good evening, sir.
Good evening, Danny. How are you today? Tonight? This evening?
No, and Andy says gun fu is a real thing. Its predominant form uses handguns or old rifles. Huh. It's pretty cool.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was real. But yeah, that's a really cool action. It's good story, interesting concept. Just you end up a lot of times you have movies that either have a similar plot line or similar aesthetic that come out around the same time.
Yeah.
And one of them succeeds and the other one just gets buried, right?
Yep.
Like Volcano and Dante's Peak.
Right. Deep Impact and
Event Horizon? No, Armageddon.
Armageddon, yeah.
Yeah.
Have
And
you?
we're gonna see, I believe, next year with Matrix 4, John Wick 4 opening on the same day.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I think Keanu will win the weekend no matter what happens.
Yeah, he's sitting there just going, just gonna cash in.
Have you ever seen a movie called Midnight Run with Robert Downey, or not Robert Downey, Robert De Niro, Charles Grodin?
I'm gonna say yes, but I can't remember what it's about.
It's
It's 80s, right?
yeah. It's De Niro is a Chicago cop who was basically forced to retire because the police department was full of dirty cops and he wouldn't go on the take. So the mob set him up and framed him for some stuff, and he ended up getting fired and losing his pension and all this stuff. So he becomes a bounty hunter, and he is tasked with getting this accountant, this New York City accountant who was a mob accountant, who was Charles Grodin, from New York City to L.A. in time to, so he can get his bail. And the whole time the mob's trying to catch Grodin and kill him, and Robert's trying to get him to L.A. And it's a comedy. And Yaphet Kotto is in it. He's like the FBI agent, the head FBI agent, and it's just hilarious. If you're a fan of smart comedy, and Robert De Niro, and Grodin's even great in it too. I recommend it.
I think I've seen it. I can't remember it. Midnight Run. Okay, I gotta look that up. See if that's on the Flicks or the Amazon. Probably not on Disney Plus, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember what studio made it.
You heard about the Amazon MGM thing, right?
No, what do?
Oh, Amazon bought MGM Pictures and their entire content library.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did hear that.
Like 2 weeks ago or something. Which includes Bond.
Bond?
Yeah, but supposedly there's all kinds of strings attached to Bond.
Really?
Yeah. Because outside of MGM having the rights, there's the whole estate who has a whole different set of rights to the IP.
Huh. Interesting.
I think they can pick who does the distribution, so stuff like that. Because Sony had it for the longest time, even though it was an MGM picture, and then Universal had it for a bit. And I think Universal lost it.
I saw something today on Facebook where it was Tom Hiddleston in Loki the other night, where he was revealing to Owen Wilson that he was D.B. Sweeney, and he's sitting on that plane in his suit and tie, and the meme was like, "Yes, wouldn't he would just make the perfect James Bond."
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Is he British?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, he's got the accent. So yeah.
No, I agree. I think he would. He was in a TV miniseries on FX, where he was hunting down Hugh Laurie, was a international weapons dealer, and he was a what are they called in Europe?
Interpol?
Interpol. Yeah, he was like an Interpol agent or whatever, and he was tasked with keeping tabs on him and trying to bust him in Monaco. I believe they were in Monaco. And we saw the first season and we really enjoyed it. And then the second season was on, and I never got around to watching the second season, but the first season was really good. I thought he was great in it. Because you look at him and you didn't see Loki.
Well, that's really kind of what makes an actor good, is where they're just falling into a new character and you don't see
right
the old one, right?
And he was that way too in Skull Island.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he dyed his hair blonde for that, but you don't see Loki there either.
Yeah, he's really good. Him and what's the other guy? Guy that plays young Magneto.
Oh, the young Magneto.
From
Fastbender.
Yeah. I really like him too.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He was great in Alien. Proteus.
Yeah, because he plays the robot.
Yeah,
he's great. Don't see a lot of him.
He was around for a while and then he kind of disappeared. Eric Fassbender.
Good guy. Very talented actors. Have you ever seen Cumberbatch, right? Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen his Lord of the Rings thing when he's doing the voice for, he was the dragon?
Sortor? Is that his name? Sauron? Or?
Is this Sauron, the one that's got all the gold?
Yeah, that's something like that. I can't think of his name.
So have you seen the footage of him doing the voice acting for that?
I have not.
Okay, I'll find the link on YouTube. He's got one of those helmets on that captures his facial emotion, like facial reactions, because they're trying to catch the eyes in the dragon.
Right.
But he's crawling on the floor, drooling, doing the claw, like Smog.
Smog. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's just like full on Smog. Just put him in a dragon suit and slap him in the movie.
Wow.
You watch, it's like, this guy is dedicated. Like, whole new respect for him.
Huh. That's cool.
Like some of these character actors, the guys that do the mocap stuff, like Andy Serkis, right?
Yeah.
For the last Planet of the Apes, which I can't remember what it was called, they did a little scene, like a little teaser video where he's doing like one of Caesar's speeches.
Yeah.
And it starts off as him and it's slowly morphing into Caesar. And you're kind of watching and listening, all of a sudden, like, holy shit, he's an ape. Right?
I remember seeing that. I remember that.
Yeah, it's like, oh my. But it's still, like, you can still see him in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What is he doing now? He's got a movie coming up that he directed.
Cumberbatch?
No, Serkis.
Serkis. I knew this, but I can't think of it.
Something big. I have to Google.
Oh, goodness. I think I am done with the pencils on Thanos.
Oh, Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah. That looks good.
Cool. Thank you.
Like it. You coloring that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Now, you go over what you're working on here.
What do you mean?
What is it? Was it a commission? Is it a what?
Oh yeah, sorry. This is PSC commission, so personal sketch card. It's
Okay.
a dual card of venomized Nova and carnageized Quasar, because I can't pronounce his proper name, and I'm going to call him Quasar.
K is Quasar?
Quasar?
Croissant?
Yeah, that's it. I've given up trying to do it, and yeah, so it is 2 cards, so that's where it's going to get cut.
You should start calling him Scone.
It's cone, yeah. Kazar?
Yeah.
Kazar, yeah. It's
Quay.
Quasar.
Remember Queequeg from Moby Dick?
Sure.
Quay. Instead of
Quay.
you drop the Quee. It's Quasar.
Quasar.
There you go.
Yeah,
Quasar. Quasar.
Quasar. Croissant.
Croissant. Scone.
It's funny because I joke around with Gordon about this a lot, and I said I'm gonna get a little croissant stamp, and I'm gonna start using that as my signature.
That'd be funny.
And just like boom, and then one of these days when it's a long weekend, I'm gonna do another like 7-hour stream, and I'm just gonna paint the croissant. That's what I'm gonna do all day. I'm gonna do it like realistic croissant on the plate.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
And then slap some chocolate on it and say it's venomized.
Yeah, my day job, I work like 1 day a week. I drive, and I usually work with the same guy, and we go around trying to say who can say the word scone more stoner like than anybody. So we walk around like, dude, do you think our place has got any skins? Skins.
Good.
So croissants and skins.
I love a good croissant.
Good croissant. It's quite good.
How are we doing on time?
It's 9:45.
Okay. Your call.
I'm kind of there because I'm done with the pencils and I don't really want to start inking him tonight.
Okay.
So
yeah, this isn't done yet, so I can stop at any point.
okay, cool.
Doesn't matter to me. Just gonna
That works.
take a quick look at this. And put
The
this
peanut
aside.
galleries kind of quieted it down. So
No. See if this is dry enough to.
just wait.
Just wait. Yeah.
Just wait.
Just let it sit.
It'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm going to erase it now. It's like I'm going to paint on it now anyway. So
Yeah,
just
exactly.
just let it sit. Okay, I'll just put it back on screen for now, and I guess we'll wrap it up.
All right. Well, I thank you 1,000% for coming in and spending the night with us. We really appreciate it. It was fun, and hey, we got to see Forney squirrel, so that's even better.
He's so cute.
It should be your new what's it called?
Profile pic.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful. All right, so we're gonna bounce out of here, everybody. We thank you all for joining us tonight. Please come back next week on Thursday night and join us, where we'll be drawing something fantastic. Don't know what it is.
We're actually off on Thursday night because it's the
Okay, so we're off on Thursday night because it's Forney's anniversary. But we'll be
here on Friday.
We will be here on Friday, where I'm sure we'll be drawing something cool.
Awesome.
So come by and check that out. I will be streaming again next week at the 11 o'clock a.m. hour Eastern time. And are you streaming anytime here?
Probably not till Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
So I'll kind of fly by the seat of my pants, right?
All right, that'll work. Message me if I'm not doing anything. I'll hop on with you.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me. Thanks,
All right, brother.
everyone. Have a good weekend.
Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Producer B says thank you. Have a good weekend, and everybody else out there, have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves and each other. So for Andrei Ausch, this is Rodney Fike saying So long, everybody. Good night.
Good night, folks.
End it.